Individuals with dyslexia are not carbon copies of each other. They vary in severity, intellectual profiles, and comorbid conditions. With all these differences, they can present very differently and don't always fit into the stereotypical mold of the struggles that you would assume are associated with dyslexia. It isn't always easy to pick them out from a lineup in a classroom based on how they present. Of course, some children have obvious red flags to teachers as being potential children with dyslexia. But just as frequently, a child with dyslexia can mask themselves into their neurotypical population peers. This is hugely important for people to understand. You can't always judge the book by its cover when it comes to dyslexia. Very commonly, children develop very strong compensation strategies to mask their struggles in the classroom through using memorization and context when reading and spelling, and therefore are making anywhere from great to average grades. What that teacher does not realize is that the amount of effort that child is having to expend to complete the same task is about 600 times more than their neurotypical peers. As a parent, it's important that you trust your gut and don't just watch for academic patterns. Too often, I'm speaking with parents who had that tummy feeling for years that something just wasn't right, but every time they approached the school about their concerns, they were told from the school that they had no concerns since the child was making average grades and therefore were not eligible to test. Years later, once the child was much older and had had years of increased anxiety and a decreased self-concept related to their struggles in school, the child is tested and we have them identified as having dyslexia. Sadly, we could have changed that child's experience drastically if only the parent hadn't imparted their trust exclusively in the school. This is one reason that legislation mandating early screening for dyslexia in K-1 is so essential. As a parent, know that there are different paths to determining dyslexia, which are not exclusively dependent on the school's willingness to test. Places such as Dyslexia On Demand offer dyslexia determinations at cost to allow for an answer for parents and students. Where it isn't a comprehensive evaluation, it is enough to both have your child admitted under Section 504 and or be that hard proof that the school needs to force them into completing that comprehensive evaluation required for admission into special education, hopefully for some manner of servicing through the school. When you work with Dyslexia On Demand, you can trust that their expertise, individualization, and therapeutic programming set us apart. Please visit us at dyslexiaondemand.com for more information and informative videos to help explain how can we best help your child. Also, please like and follow to see all our videos as they're released.